For more on this, we're joined on the line by Simon Schofield, who is a senior fellow at the Human Security. Simon, thank you very much for speaking to us this morning. Now, the EU, and in particular Germany, has developed strong ties with Turkey regarding the migrant situation. What kind of impact will this decision have?
Good morning. Well, it's a very interesting question. I think it's one that raises a further question of cause and effect, really. Is this particular vote going to derail the EU-Turkey migrant deal that's been struck, or is it a sign that it's already unravelling? I think that's a really interesting question there. I think it's clear that it's going to have an impact. Turkey has already recalled its ambassador, and there's already threat that there will be consequences, and some rather distasteful things have been said about Germany and its dark past as well. I think I can see the EU migrant deal unravelling with Turkey. I'm not sure it will be as a direct result of this, though. There's very clear sticking points with the visa-free travel for the Turks because they're refusing to reform their terrorism laws and will currently still define critical journalists as terrorists, and that's a real major sticking point for visa-free travel.
Now, this resolution made by Germany, was it surprising?
I don't think so. There was another motion table for the Bundestag in 2005 that was heard. So it's not the first time that Germany has discussed the matter. I think, and obviously they're not the first European country to recognise the genocide either. You have the French, you have the Dutch, and this all comes on the back of a rather recent spate of recognitions in 2015, where there was quite a number of countries that did. As well as that, it's also very, it makes a point, I think, for Germany that, they're not willing to be toyed with by the Turks on this issue. And, the Turkish foreign minister did threaten that there would be a wave of migrants coming our way if we didn't play ball, because they've obviously got them. That's where they're keeping them in the camps, and they can send them right over back. I don't think it's very surprising. But, it's not necessarily linked to the Armenian Genocide at all, is it?
Now, in fact, this diplomatic spat could also shine light on another area of ethnic tension, such as the Kurdish situation. There are a significant number of Kurdish people living in Germany. Could this Bundestag decision be likened to a nudge to Turkey to remind it that the international community is watching how Turkey treats the Kurds?
I think the short answer is yes. I mean, the German society has a significant number of Kurds in it and a significant number of ethnic Turks as well. And we do see tensions flaring up from time to time in Germany between the two groups. I think it's also a fair reminder to say this, especially with the German support for the Peshmerga and obvious displeasure expressed at the current Turkish treatment of the Kurds in Syria. I think that the Kurds on the ground in Syria were probably secretly hoping for Turkey to overreact to this, because the EU-Turkey migrant deal is one of the few things holding the EU back from more openly supporting the Syrian Democratic Forces, which has a large number of Kurds in it.
Thank you very much for speaking to us this morning. That was Simon Schofield, a senior fellow at the Human Security Centre.